I'm at a restaurant in Tel Aviv that relies on tourists for its customer base. After a dire summer for tourism in Israel, I've come to meet the management to see how business is holding up.
When the sirens and rockets started blasting in Tel Aviv, the tourists vanished, like no more. And again, in the summer, we rely greatly on tourists. So we had literally no tourists coming in. And the Israelis took a little longer. And when the army went in, like not just the Air Force, like the ground forces, and we started having casualties, Israelis stopped coming as well. Not completely, but not like every other summer, obviously. The mood and the atmosphere in the city was not one of like going out and drinking and, you know, having a big meal with friends. But it was hard, and it was also surreal, like to be, you know, serving tables and people are sitting and having dinner, and then the siren blasts, and we have a shelter in the back. So some of the customers run with us, some of them just keep sitting. It's surreal. A lot of our male staff got recruited. So me and Neil were like around the clock in the kitchen, in the bar, serving tables, everything. I think 4 or 5 of our workers, waiters and kitchen staff, went to Gaza, one of them for over a month. So that was hard too.
And do you think that's going to have an impact on maybe staffing, and you know, are you going to have to cut costs in some areas?
Well, yeah, we try to as much as we can. We don't want to, and it's the law not to fire someone because he was recruited. So he can't come back and not find a job. And it's not our policy either, even like if it wasn't illegal. So yeah, we tried to, but there's a certain level that you can do it. I mean, you still have to play business as usual and, you know, buy all the food that you need and wait the tables and just wait for people to come.
And when this kind of thing happens, do you feel, would it be fair to say you feel quite helpless, as in you can't really you can't do too much in terms of marketing, or you know, you can't, how can you try and bring people back in? Or
Yeah,
do you feel a bit
I know,
helpless?
yeah. I mean, you feel awkward to like try and make people, like, we thought about, you know, discounts or publicizing something on Facebook, and it's not a good time to, you know, the public isn't in a good mood. They don't want to see like, you know, discounts on cocktails. So that's also a tricky area. Like, you want more people in, but you have to be careful with how you do it, like what it looks like.
Is there any way that maybe restaurants, I don't know, there's a lobby or like an association, but can you look to the government for some kind of assistance to sort of compensate for this, or is that not something that's...
Yeah, I know that in the former war, I don't know what it's called, the operation was called in English, in Hebrew it was Amud Anan. So businesses from the south that were affected did get something from the government. In Tel Aviv we haven't got it, but I know in the south they do.
Looking forward, have you maybe targeted a month or like a time when you expect business to get back as usual? Or?
Well, obviously we hope that it will be as soon as possible, but I don't think that until tourists are going to come back again, like in big numbers, which I think will be April, May, next summer, I don't think I mean, that will be the big recovery, hopefully.